Awesome. We'll run it in 3, 2, 1. Ok, hola, estoy aquí con mi amiga, quien es bilingüe. Su inglés es mejor que mi español, pero puedo empezar en español con las preguntas. Por eso, ¿puedes compartir con nosotros cómo te llamas y de dónde eres?
In Spanish?
No, in English. I'll ask questions in Spanish. We'll rock it in English.
Hello, my name is Florencia. I'm from a small town in the province of Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I run a small language school here in the city of Buenos Aires.
Okay, perfect. Very cool. Wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit about like the history of the school and what you all do here?
Yeah, we started the Spanish school first, being very young and not knowing the impact we could have on someone else's lives. And after that program, we created the TEFL program out of the need of foreign people to come here to Argentina and stay for some time and live for some time. And after that program came the English language program for the Latino community and the Argentinians wanting to learn English. And also the other teachers belong to a minority group like me.
No, it's really cool. I love how the school does all three. It's like it has TEFL, like classes for TEFL teachers, which is really cool. So you're creating teachers. And there's people from Europe here, there's people from the United States here, there's like a lot of diversity. And then it's cool because people from the community come here, like photographers, students, yoga teachers, right? To all kinds of people to learn English, and they're so dynamic and so interesting. Their stories, and then on top of that, you also do Spanish lessons. So I've been taking Spanish lessons here with Julieta, and it's been really amazing. So it's almost like a little mini university with like 3 different like specialties, right?
Yeah, thank you.
So it's really like a community where lots of different cultures are present and lots of different things are happening. So I know this question is kind of big because you have TEFL students, and you have English students, and you have Spanish students. But what are your goals for like the TEFL students who come here to learn how to teach English as a foreign or second language?
It's important for them to learn, of course, how to teach English and the English grammar, but also to be sensitive and to understand the perspective of the learner. And for them to learn how to become teachers, like in a very short period of time.
Well, as a teacher, as teachers, we both know that that's a really hard thing, right?
Yeah.
Because becoming a teacher, it's sort of like being a parent. I imagine like you're never perfect at it.
No.
You always feel like I could be doing something different, right?
Yeah, it's like I lost something. I'm still looking for that. I'm always looking for new stuff. And I think that it comes out of the dissatisfaction of not knowing that, it's never perfect, but you could do better at it, It's just you don't like the way, it's just not being like happy with the way things are, but trying to perfect some stuff. I guess, yeah.
No, I feel like whenever I teach a lesson, there's always a part of me that's like, oh, I could have done that better, or that was kind of choppy. Yeah. Or when I hear my voice in Spanish, like, hola, me llamo Spencer, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿De dónde eres? It's like, oh, that sounded kind of gringo-ish, or it's like, estoy de Los Angeles, like, oh no, I'm the worst.
No.
It's terrible. But yeah, like talking about like being a mom, being a parent, I know we had that conversation where it's like being a business owner, being a teacher, being bilingual, being a mom, they're sort of all very, you can never be perfect in any one of them, right? We always make mistakes.
Exactly, yeah.
What's it like being a mom? And I know your kids are bilingual too. Why do you think it's important that your children like learn English and Spanish?
They are native Spanish speakers, and first of all, they should be grateful of the opportunity of learning English. I didn't have like that chance when I was a kid because my hometown was really small, and English at that time wasn't like very popular. And a very popular thing to do. I mean, the first thing is for them to consider the English language as something useful to learn and to perfect and to be better at if they want to achieve other goals as well and to help other people. That is the important part of it.
No, I think it's a really cool gift that you're giving your kids, that bilingualism, right? Because so many of the kids that come to this, or students, they're not kids, lots of students, like 30 and 40, they're like, oh, I want a job in the United States, I want to be able to travel. And so many of the students here are so brilliant, and they're at such a high English level. And it's like, man, can you imagine if, Diego, for example, or Nano, or Ali started when they were like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Or just like had that experience, they'd be having a third language or fourth language by now, which is something interesting to think about. Okay, so yeah, like we were talking about the school, awesome, the teachers, cool, parenthood, lovely. Ahora con permiso, una pregunta en español.
Sí.
Ok, pues el proyecto Love John Cooper es muy internacional. Tengo entrevistas en Canadá, México, Estados Unidos, pues Argentina, ahora
Sí.
con usted. Y me gustaría hacer esta entrevista contigo porque usted es la jefa de este negocio.
Ah.
Y también usted ha escrito el libro de lo que estudio todos los días, intermedio 2 y 3.
Sí. Sos un poco una víctima del libro, Spencer.
Sí. Es la verdad, pero a mí me gusta mucho estudiar la gramática. Es muy importante la gramática.
Sí.
Pues tienes muchas experiencias con personas internacionales y otras experiencias en su vida también. ¿Puedes compartir con nosotros su respuesta a la pregunta cómo podemos construir entre nosotros mismos en el mundo, Estados Unidos, Argentina, todo el mundo, cómo podemos construir una hermandad universal entre nosotros en todo el mundo?
Siendo tolerantes, siendo buenas personas y también que nos importe el otro, ¿no? Desde el lugar de uno, yo creo que ya no existe más lo que yo quiero, ¿no? Es lo que los otros necesiten y bueno, siendo un aporte útil a la sociedad en general.
Excellent, perfect. Well, we'll just keep going with it because I can always edit this later.
Oh, okay.
and this is great. So the thing is, I can parcel this video out. So lots of the times you hear me talking is actually going to get cut out.
No, doesn't matter. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, perfect. But I know how nerve-wracking it is. Like, because when I spoke Spanish, I could hear it's like, oh, it shouldn't be it'd probably be like abia or something. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's interesting to think of it from the interview perspective.
No, speaking is the hardest. I know.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's tricky. I guess so. Like, let's imagine a TEFL student is coming here.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think their experience would be like in Buenos Aires? What do you think their experience would be like here? Like, what is it like to be a TEFL student in the school, do you think?
Yeah. It's hard to say because everyone is so different and our worlds are completely opposite. Mm-hmm. One thing is what Argentinians really experience at home, outside, at the supermarket, a daily experience. And then another thing is student at the classroom, yes. So they should be able to understand many things in a very short period of time. It is a difficult course. Many people come here looking for a career change. Many people come here looking for to learn Spanish and then do something fun and then go back home, and that is totally fine. But others want to stay here longer, like a year, 6 months. And they are looking for the fully immersive experience, and they are looking to be immersed in the Argentinian way of life, our experience, our way of experiencing stuff, which is very different. And yeah, I know what I'm saying doesn't help a lot, but we as Argentinians, we like family time. It's like what we love the best. And we tend to include people, include foreign people, include everyone. So in that case, in that respect, I think it is very different from where you all come from, because and many people love this thing about Argentina. The other thing that they like is we are very honest. Like, we say stuff. It's just everything crossing our mind, we just say it. We are super honest, but I also know our country has lots of challenges and social problems. So yeah, it's not perfect, and most of the people who come here to TEFL, they come from developed countries, and of course, their lives are way better in their perspective. in the the money they can do and everything. If they come here to Argentina, they are looking for the experience. If they stay here, I know they are looking to have the cultural experience of experiencing our country, our way of life, and meeting our people also. So I think that project takes time, and it's not bad if a person wants to be here only for the 5 weeks and then head back home. That is totally fine. I get that question all the time from people. Is it fine? Can I go back to the U.S. and be there like for 5 or 6 weeks? Yeah, I mean, our country doesn't, and the TEFL does not promise a fantastic or magical thing. It's just a real thing. And we never say, and I know that we, or me, I can get very misunderstood because some people have confused the program with can I get a visa through the TEFL program? It's like, no. And we know nothing about visas. We are not the government, and there are some questions that we are a small organization, and there are some things that we honestly don't know. And when I don't know about something, I prefer to say, hey, I don't know, instead of just answering a question. Yeah.
Argentina is such una enigma, like una paradoja, for me, because it's clearly like a very European country. And I've been to Nicaragua, and I've been to Honduras, and I've been to El Salvador, and I've been to rural Panama, which are truly like poor countries, right? Like truly underdeveloped countries. And it's so funny to me because when I walk around Argentina, you feel like you're in Paris, like you feel like you're in some lovely European city. Well, because it is a lovely city. And the nightlife is so active, and young people are so dynamic, and there's Puerto Madero with these huge skyscrapers and businesses. But then all the Argentinians are like, there's poverty, there's all this inflation. So to me as a tourist, there's almost like a discrepancy or like a difference between how foreigners sort of see Argentina and what they hear about it. Because so many people said like, oh, Argentina, isn't that kind of dangerous? I've never felt unsafe here. I feel more unsafe in Los Angeles, where I'm from, honestly. Los Angeles has way more homelessness. Los Angeles, there's probably more crime in the street. I've never, even in like the more outside areas, not just like, by the White House, I've never felt unsafe in Argentina. So that's interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I receive all types of questions from people from the US, Canada, and Australia, and most of the time they say that, some of them are afraid of coming down to Argentina, or when very young people come, like when they are 21, 22, 23, their parents are, always in touch with me to, make sure that their children are just fine.
Yeah. Awesome. Very good. Nice.